everyone, today we are going over the Trojan Bot. This is by far the best bot to trade meme coins over on Solana. If you haven't been following up with meme coins, the Solana ecosystem is where it's at. I believe I saw a stat where over 300,000 tokens were created in the last 7 days, and people are making generational wealth through these things. So if you've wondered what is the best way to trade them, it is with Trojan, which you will find in the top link of the description. And using that top link, you will also get 10% off all fees forever on Trojan. So first things first, Trojan is used via Telegram, so make sure you have that downloaded. Again, that top link in the description will get you through everything there. And right when you start off, the bot will generate a unique wallet address for you, and you will have to fund that with some Solana. I'd recommend maybe $50 of Solana, but you can really do whatever is the best for your particular situation. Once you've done that, your wallet is made and your Solana is in there. You will see your balance right here, and then you'll see all of the different options that you can use with Trojan. So going through the list here, we have the buy button. So if you click that, you will be able to enter a token address. Let's paste in this one right here. And you can see this is how you can very easily buy bonk. So you can swap it, you can do a limit trade, or you can do a dollar cost average trade. These different Solana amounts are just set up in the settings. We'll get to that later. And you can also select your slippage for this. Plus you'll see all of the information about bonk right here, including the price, liquidity, market cap, everything you would need to know going into buying this coin. So of course, clicking sell would do the exact same thing. I don't have any tokens right now. I'm currently not in anything on Trojan, but if you had anything, this is where you would sell it, and you would see a very similar menu to the one we just saw via the buy menu. Position, same thing. If you click this, again, I don't have any. This is where all of your positions will be shown, including your profit and loss and everything like that. So a pretty great place to be looking just to keep up with where you are. Limit order, that's what we saw via the buy menu right there. And you can also do this via the sell menu. This basically just lets you set up a buy or sell order at your desired price point. So that way you can kind of automate your entries and exits without just constantly monitoring your position or monitoring the market. It's a great tool to use if you have a good theory on where the price is going to go. Similarly, with the dollar cost average order, this is going to be used via the buy and sell menu as we showed earlier, and this lets you kind of schedule purchases over time to mitigate that market volatility, and it helps, like in the name suggests, lower your dollar cost average. We're going to skip copy trade for a quick second here because that is the meat and potatoes of this video, but make sure you stay tuned later on in the video to see this, and make sure you subscribe and drop a like. I'd appreciate that. So moving on to the sniper, when you click on this, it will initially say that it's in beta and you have to get access to it. Just do what it says to do. I believe that's tweeting Trojan with a hashtag and then saying something you like about Trojan. I did it, and within 24 hours, I got access to the sniping tool. But keep in mind that if you click snipe new pool here, that feature is not actually out yet, but if you click Pump Fund Migration, you will have some options here. You can add a token and set a custom priority fee. If you click Add, you can see the exact token you want, buy, sell, the amount, your slippage, all of that good stuff. This kind of helps you just stay ahead and trade those newly launched tokens early on. Very risky, but if you know what you're doing, this can be a great tool in Trojan. Moving on, new pairs will be fantastic, but if you click on it, it has currently not been released yet, so no worries about that. Moving on to referrals right here, this is basically what you are clicking in the top link in my description. When you have loaded in through my link, you again will be getting 10% off all fees in perpetuity, and then if you want to refer your own friends, you can do that and make some money on the side via referrals. Pretty useful, pretty great. But moving on from that, we're going to quickly skip settings, head over to bridge, and this is a way for you to bridge coins between Ethereum and Solana, or your funds, sorry, not coins. So if you want to be doing that, you can. You will have your two separate wallets here. Of course, you're not seeing mine because I don't want you guys to be copy trading me. It's just very risky. I'd feel really bad if you lost money off me, but that is a way to bridge your funds right there. And withdraw, this just allows you to withdraw your tokens. So if you have Ethereum or Solana, you just click on either one of these, and then you follow the pathway to click on Sol, set your amount, set your wallet address that you want to withdraw to, and you will get that out of Trojan. So there is the help button here. If you want to do that, you can see all of these different things, a little FAQ section, and it'll kind of refer you to a lot of different areas where you can figure out more about Trojan. Always useful. We don't really need that right now. And then the very last thing I want to say before getting into the copy trade settings and settings is that if you feel like your Trojan is going really slow, go to the menu, go down to backup, and look at this little area right here. If it is red, do not be using it. If it's yellow, do not be using it. You want to be using one that has a green circle next to them because the load is the lightest there, and it will perform the best. And it's very important, so make sure you're doing this every single day or even every few hours to make sure you're on the best Trojan bot possible. But now moving on to the copy trade settings, let's click on that beautiful thing right there. So in here, I have this all blurred because I don't want you copying the same wallets as I am, but this is where you will be able to copy trade a wallet. So let's go ahead and you'll have nothing here, so you will click new, and this screen will pop up. So this allows you to tag it. This just basically is the name, so you can kind of keep track of which one you are copy trading right now, and then set your wallet. So if you found the wallet you like, I do have a video on the channel on how to screen wallets to find good ones. You will put that in right there. You can place your buy percentage here. So if they, let's say, buy 10 SOL every play, and you don't really want to do 10 SOL or 100% of your amount of SOL that you can do, you can set this down to 50%. And instead of if you have 3 SOL, you will then be buying with 1.5 and vice versa. Now, if you have a wallet that only buys with 0.5 SOL, but you really have faith in them and you think you can do better, you can set this buy percentage to 200%, and then you will trade 1 SOL every time they buy. Mostly setting this on 100% is the way to go, but there's definitely some options there, and I wanted to make sure you knew about that. Next up, you can copy their sells. Usually this is good. There's a few strategies involved, so when you are copy trading someone, you can have this set off and just manually sell it, and you can use the buy-in as a way to get into these coins without you having to research them. You can turn this on, which will allow you to follow their exits, which is pretty good. Or you can have this on, but still look at it and manually sell it yourself, and then let the copy sell fully get you out whenever they fully get out. Next up, you can set your buy gas and your sell gas. We will go over the best settings for this here pretty soon. You can set your slippage, same, we'll be going over that very soon. Auto sell, I like to have that turned off personally, but again, it is definitely up to your preference. And then if we open up the advanced features here, you have even more options to allow your duplicate buys, to never buy pump fund, to only buy renounced contracts, to set up your minimum, liquidity, your market cap, anything like that. If you want to get really, really into the weeds, you can do that. But after you've set up all of that stuff, you would click add, and then you are good to go. So this is about what it would look like when you have added your wallet. These are my personal settings, so I'm currently playing with 0.9 SOL. I have copy sells on. My buy and sell gas are 0.01, and this allows me to buy and sell in about 1 to 3 seconds after the wallet buys or sells, which I think is really, really useful. I do have my slippage on 50%. It's quite high, so if that's a little too risky for you, then you can set it to be lower. And my auto sell is set to be off, and of course the wallet is active. What it will look like when the buy happens, as a matter of fact, we just had a copy buy happen right there live. That is fantastic. So that's kind of what it would look like. It just pops up with this screen. It says detected by copy trade. It'll say the tag that you've set it with. It'll say the wallet that you're using to copy trade, and then their wallet along with the coin, your buy amount, the price, and if it was successful. Sometimes this won't be successful, and if it doesn't go through, I never try to force it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And if it does, it does. So from here, you can, of course, click onto the token here, click Start, and this way you will see what your P&L currently is, how the bonding curve looks, if it is pump fund, and then all of that same information we saw on the buy menu. We're going to let that cook, but going over to the settings here, this is also super, super important, and I really recommend you pay attention here. So you got a bunch of options. You can set your referrer. You probably have this set to me, and I'd appreciate that. You can set your language. Currently mine is English, of course. And you can set your gas fees here. So fast, turbo, or 0.01 SOL for custom. I had this set to custom, and then I figured I would set it to turbo. I'm really still messing around with this, so I'd recommend you mess around with it as well. Figure out what really works for you. Going into the buy settings here, this is where you can set those custom settings if you're buying a coin. So I don't really buy too many coins on Trojan. I mostly have it be copy trading, although I have bought some Bonk in the past, which, by the way, Bonk is going crazy. Love to see that. But this is where you would set all this information. And then similarly on the sell settings, the exact same thing. Of course, this time it is percentage, which I like having 50 just to get out half, and then 100 to fully get out, and then that's my slippage right there. The rest of my settings here, all of this is turned off. My confirm trades is on. This just allows you to have a second button to click to make sure you actually want to trade it, which I think is great. I've got my P&L values on. Super important to be seeing that. Otherwise, how do you really know what's going on? Chart previews. This can be on if you want. It's pretty useful. I like it being off because I usually don't have Trojan full screened, and it just makes it a bit too cluttery for my personal preference, so I don't really like that. and then you have your option to show and hide all of the tokens you have bought in the past, which you can also burn those, which I believe we have a few we can burn to show off in this video, but we'll get to that in a minute. You have all of your wallets. These are your personal wallets you can use. I'm not going to click on that, of course. You can turn on self-protection, and you can turn on Bolt here. Now, if you don't see any of this, which is a real possibility, you might be on simple mode, in which case you will see this kind of stuff. So make sure you go to the bottom here, click Advanced. I do apologize. I should have mentioned that beforehand, but that is how you see all of these settings that I'm talking about right now. And also, if you're curious on anything else, there is an FAQ right at the top here explaining the fees, the bubbles being red or green, your MEV protection, stuff like that. And if you have any other questions, definitely comment them down. I will try and answer in the comments, or the community watching this video, if anyone does watch, they will also try and help you out. So now let's go ahead and click Show Hide Tokens. This will allow you to see all of the tokens you have bought, and you are able to burn the tokens. This will give you some Solana back, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and do this, actually, because there's a few here I do not want to keep. Oh, we got a full-on sell happening here, which is just beautiful. It appears usually if you have fully exited your position and your sell copy trade comes in, you will get a little screenshot of a little meme. So that does mean that I have not sold everything as of yet, which is fantastic. So it'll send the burn transaction. It'll successfully burn if it does. And I received 0.01 SOL doing that, which is a great way to just to get some extra SOL if you have bought into some full-on pump and dumps. And there you have it. That is everything you need to know about the Trojan bot on Solana. I highly recommend using this bot as it really is just insanely fast. I have used every other Telegram bot out there, and Trojan is just by far the best. Plus, they are likely doing an airdrop in the future based on how much you have traded on the platform, which hopefully will be very, very lucrative for me, as I've used this for quite a long time now. And I will make a video on how much I make on an airdrop when and if they do indeed do that. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, definitely drop a like, subscribe, and share this video to your friends who want to know more about Trojan. And other than that, I will see you in my next video. Happy trading out there.